My name is Donald Dean Johnson. I don't know where I got my name, but I know it was a small farm near Emden, October 5th, 1932. And my grandparents were Johnson, were 3/4 mile. But there's a person I want to see when I get to heaven. Mary Ann's father. He had a tough life. He hardly knew his mother, and she had her own way. But he did so many, and he and Art, his brother, they hardly knew anything about their father. But they were very special leaders in the whole of Waverly and Wartburg College and the nursing homes. They were always there. And that's why I want to tell him how much I love him.
Tell me about your parents. What are their names and when were they born?
Irvin and Gertrude in 1910 and 1913, near Emden, about 3 miles away. I went to Wartburg College, but I should have said that first I had a number of scholarships, but Lincoln College said, it was the elite college, but they said, we want you, we'll pay for your books and everything, we'll get you a job. I played basketball there, baseball there, and I was a top male student. And everybody was so kind. And then I went to Wartburg College. And after that, I went to Wartburg Seminary.
When did you graduate from Wartburg?
Wartburg College, 54. Seminary, 58. I graduated with a Bachelor of Divinity, but I got the highest rank you can get, and I got a great scholarship. Clinical training, counseling was the new thing. And there were 4 top, including out east, that I could go. And 2 of my buddies said, we want to go too. And I learned oh, come on. Oh, he was the chaplain World War II as people were facing death. And then he went to a prison where he was the toughest and that I know of. And we visited, and being with him. McCormick Seminary.
Yeah, tell me, where did you go to seminary and when did you graduate?
Well, McCormick, it says 78, but I keep getting scholarships and on boards. I got on the training for church personnel, and I got on that board. And then the one place, every bishop had to spend a week there with no money and live off the street. And then we had all sorts of people, faculty, like the head of the chemical company, and I was put on that board. I was put on the board with a woman who was ranking nun in the United States. It was, a Northwestern top person was on that board. Just so many people. And I learned so much, and they always gave me the benefit. And there were a lot of brilliant people. One of the things I didn't say here, but there were 5 on the board. And we said this is going to be special because Mayor Daley is going to meet with us. And last night, a black man got shot and killed. And we want you to take notes and listen. Dr. Nelson, the bishop, knew Mayor Daley a lot. So he came to the podium, and my colleague, they almost booed him. In the Northwestern, Notre Dame, and I could just hear him. And when I went up in front, there was a silence. The others got cheers. But I already knew what he was. And he said, it's never going to happen, not in my reign. A poor black young man was shot. Never will we look the other way. And he gave a speech. People started crying. And everybody jumped through. And they clapped and clapped and clapped. That was considered what Harvard and Yale, the kind of faculty. I did a lot of doctorate courses, and one was Lutheran Church in America, and it was play. It was a waste of my time. It was just cocky. It didn't have much. I did take from University of Chicago, but McCormick had such practical people. One had been a dentist, world renowned. It was awesome. And when I walked across the graduation stage, must have been 20. My boyhood and his wife and all some of the Zellies, they were all there. And of course the Olsons.
At McCormick graduation?
Yes.
Can you just read real quick that you said, I graduated, let's see.
Yeah, 1978.
Yeah, can you just say, I got my PhD? Or sorry, where are we here? I got my doctorate. Can you just read that right there?
There is the world's richest man, gave money to Chicago, and that church had, oh, come on. And if it was big events, I conducted a wedding there later. But they didn't go there. They went in an old church. And to have the head of the program, when I got there, he held on to my hands and said, you're going to make it, and patted me.
Can you just read I was ordained? I know you have stories to tell, but can you just read these right here? Those 3 sentences. I was ordained.
Yes. In 1958.
Can you say, I was ordained?
I was ordained, and my great-grandmother and many Emden people made the trip. And they had this front with all beautiful flowers and bushes. And Grandma took me by the hand, and she said, thank you, God, I got what I always prayed for. I had all those boys, and here she's, late 80s, gets on her knees and said a prayer of thanks. Oh, and then they announced that the only real big scholarship I was going to get. And then it was money, number one, and it was a well-known program. But we looked for housing and called, and the lady said, hearing it, who did you say? Don Johnson? Is his wife Mary Ann Zelli? Yes. Oh, wow, we have housing. We're going to be gone with youth of the Missouri Synod. Tell them they can stay with us. Just keep the bills down. There it was. And then this famous guy that was our instructor and came out of Los Angeles at a huge hospital. Oh, he said, he found out that he drove past both ways where we were going to live. Oh, my gosh.